Hey, what's going on? We back with another one, man. We won't hold you too long. Jordan had to take care of some business, so he won't be on. It'll just be me this time. And so, what I really wanted to talk about and definitely focus on was the area of emphasis that we talked about yesterday in the S&P. And so, I definitely wanted to touch on it because I really don't have new levels because now we're just going back down and it looked like to be retesting. But make sure this is big enough. But if you guys remember, we specifically talked about this area right here, that 5802 to 5798 area. And if we could break that area, we would definitely see a push down, which would be the play of the day to start getting in this area, which as you can see, it did. Came even all the way down, almost got close to 5740 um, on a test low. But this area right here, the break low, oh man, it was perfect setup, um, perfect play, and that's one of the plays that we talked about yesterday. So I hope that someone was able to utilize that play and take that short. Great setup after the open. And so that was a move that I was looking at, very strongly. Um, and I want to also talk about another play that I talked about extremely strongly as well too, um, on gold and coming down to test this area right in here. Make this bigger. So as you can see, we came right close to this level here, double bottom right there. Boom, took that all the way up and sold here is where I sold. So it was a sweet little winner right there. Really enjoyed that trade. Uh, very big winner. Hey man, this stuff isn't rocket science, as you can see, because even here we got a level right here. You could have taken the break of that. See how it came. This at 10 o'clock came all the way up. I missed that one. Otherwise, I would have shorted. I would have definitely been in short and took this down, to here is where I would have taken it. And then I would have looked to either, kind of test there or test above, looking for it to break back above and see what happened once it broke above, if we can get a push back up. But that was pretty much it for me for today. So that's what I was looking at. That's what I ended up taking. Pretty easy peasy trades right there that, was able to take. Um, now let's go back to the ES. So now, let me see here. Let's go to a day. And you're going to have to give me a second here. Kind of. So, and some a little bit. So as you can see, we starting to make some lows here and starting to push. If we can break this area, which we're coming close to it, or we tried anyways a few days ago. But if we can come back to test this area again and we break, which is 55.71, and then ultimately break 55.31, hey, we could start to push down to the 5200 area, which is something that I've been kind of looking for and wanting to test, thinking that would be kind of the recorrecting. A lot of people are like, are we out of this downward swing? Are we out of it? Are we out of it? Not sure. We definitely got to pull back up, and we're not holding this area, and we're starting to come back and drift back down. Came down. Now it looks like we're coming back down again. So we'll see what happens at that 5,700 range. If we can hold above, then I would expect for us to continue to push up. If we can't, I would definitely expect us to go back and test this 55 area if we can't hold above here. So we'll see. I mean, of course, we always go about what, the market and how it's doing, and let it show us where it wants to go. There's no sense of trying to predict. I wish I could predict it. I would be a multi millionaire like others if they could possibly just straight predict it. But we can't. So we have to let it show us what it wants to do, and then we go based off of what it's showing us and giving us. But that's what we're looking at. So we'll see. It's weird. It's a weird space that we're currently in within the S&P, and so we'll see how that goes. Let's get this where y'all can see it as of right now, because we're sitting right here currently. We're right on the level here. As y'all can see, we broke up. I need us to break back above this. What I'll be looking for us to break back up above the 5770 area and hold. If we can't break above and hold, I think that we'll be going, continue this downward swing here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's go to oil. I didn't do anything in oil. I'll be honest. I'm looking at it now. For really, it seemed maybe I ain't gonna say the first time today, but I hadn't really been. I'm not a big mover in oil. I probably make 3 or 4 trades a week in oil. That's about it. I'm not a daily user of oil. Risk reward just doesn't fit me right now, so I don't really do anything there. But I'll be looking for the play to push back up to test these highs. As y'all can see, we're consistently pushing up and pushing back up here. And we talked about this area as well too, of breaking above the 70 mark and then possibly getting a push down from there. Simple, easy peasy. It's cool, but once again, 20 ticks don't tickle my fancy. So it wasn't something that I personally was like, ooh, I need to be a player in. Risk reward just didn't match up for me. So I just kind of let it go. And I just kind of watched it. But I definitely, once it broke above 70, what I would have been looking for is here, is that pullback to come back and test this area, the 69.75 area, which it literally did to the T here. And then it pushed back up and broke back above 70 again. And so the reason why I personally wasn't a fan is because that risk reward wasn't good enough. I mean, for me, that trade is literally like a 1-to-1. I would, if I would have took it, like my stop would have been down below here, and that just doesn't make sense for me. So that, that's why for me to feel comfortable in the trade, that's what I would have had to risk. And it literally would have been a 1-to-1 trade for me to take it. So I said, I could make my size smaller and tighten up my stop, maybe in here or somewhere, but I just didn't love it. So I stayed away from it. And then, going to gold, which I already pointed out, what I was looking for, what I did. And we literally had an inside day in gold. So what I'll be looking for with gold is either for us to break out this area. As you can see, we put in a double bottom, and then push back up. And we just been kind of going. But I would really like to see us break above this level and hold, and then push up to this level. That's what I'll be looking for, hopefully. But if not, if we break this level and it's showing that we want to go down, and I talked about this, that this would be the main trade I would be looking for, is for it to come in this area. And then I would definitely be looking to get long on this trade right here, as well too. Sticking to the plan, man. I think that's the main key, is staying focused, disciplined, and sticking to your plan. If it doesn't fit your plan, then I wouldn't take it. If it does, give it a try. if anybody definitely wants to know a little bit more about trading, hit us up. Have any more questions? We get questions all the time. Let me know. Swing trading, if you don't have time to do the daily, daily trading, it's awesome way to do as well too. I actually used to swing trade. Um, and for me it was a lot easier when I don't have much time. That's something that I look at, and I actually use the same strategy um, that I'm using on a daily for swing trades as well too. I'm just looking at the levels and looking to buy. It's just now, per se, for me, I would have, maybe been in this trade, from here I would have taken the trade, and I probably would have held, you know until today, somewhere in this area. I might have started peeling out some of the trade. And then, I'll be looking, of course, if it broke that level, then maybe, going to break even here, somewhere in here, just to make sure. But it would be a free trade at this point because, I would have got in around here. And I mean, sheesh, that's over 20 points. So I would have definitely, took some profits, and then now it would be a free trade, hoping to break above here and hold, and just seeing how far it can go back up. Um, but that's typically how you could look at it from swing trades. Getting here, let me see, back to oil. So that's just like, let's look at oil, here, right? Swing trade. This is somewhere I would have been in the trade. Boom. I probably wouldn't have even held it for many, many days. Would have taken this trade, got in here, and I probably the very next day would have peeled off some profits there. Boom. And I would just be sitting here letting this thing run. And then at this point, what I would be looking at is probably setting my take profit here to where I would, get out of the trade and say, all right, I'm done with it. And then I would probably be looking to push up even further to maybe the 71 area. But also it depends. So once we stay and hold above here, this take profit would then start to become, here. So we're talking over $3 on a swing trade. Awesome situation right there. You can't beat it. I would take it each and every day of the week. So that's how it is with swing trading. So you're not looking at getting in these trades how we're looking at the levels every single day. You will be looking at them like what makes sense. You might be able to add a moving average. I know that, the 200-day moving average is something that, big time movers, we talked about this yesterday, kind of trade off of, and just kind of staying there. Once it kind of dips down or dip below, depending on which side of the market you're on, you'll start to peel out and get, and start to sell a little bit, at least scale out of the trades. Simple, easy peasy. Look at it. We're great on time. So we looked in here, and I talked about the levels here that we'll be looking at, which, like I said, levels really haven't changed much here because though we failed, as you can see, we still had an inside day. Inside, oh no, this is another day. Sorry about that. We did not have an inside day. Spread this out a little bit. I'm looking at 2 days and combining them. So we actually had a breakout day, something we like to call trend days, trend to the downside. And so, yeah, this area will still be key. If we can break back above and hold, we'll be looking. But I'll be honest, it looks sweeter to the downside. I know that probably hurts for y'all long-term traders, but it's going to be sweeter to the downside if we can hold bigger plays, bigger moves. But that's it, man. That's all I got for you guys today. We'll be back at it Might not be here tomorrow, but Friday for sure. Hey man, clock them ticks. Keep making it happen. Until next time, peace.